What's up, nerds, and welcome to another Noisy News week for the week of October 18th, 2025. This is the show where we share some notable news posted to noisypixel.net this past week. Today we're going to be talking about Halo returning to its roots with Halo Campaign Evolved, the early performance of Ghost of Yotei on PS5, and a full roundup of the week's gaming news and updates. But first, I need to address that last week we were late. We're actually late on this episode as I was in New York for a couple days. Now, we were going to push Mark to do it on Friday, but there was like 11 videos that needed to be scheduled across Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And you know what? Instead of rushing out a show that wouldn't have met our standards, let alone your standards, dear viewers, we decided to just push it back, chill, do our work, put the reviews and previews that we needed to put out, and then come back here with a Monday show. Now, what does that mean for you? Well, you get 2 shows this week. And please leave comments below that we can answer on next week's show. It could be anything from games or what we're up to. We're an open book over here. So thank you so much for watching and making this possible, and we can't wait to create more episodes with you moving forward. Now, onto the news. Halo Studios dropped a huge announcement. Halo Campaign Evolved was revealed as a complete remake of the original Halo Combat Evolved campaign built from the ground up in Unreal Engine 5. Early details of the game suggest that it's not just a visual touch-up, as the team is rebuilding every mission, adding new weapons, vehicles, and even 3 brand new prequel missions. It also supports 2-player split screen on console and 4-player online co-op across Xbox, PC, and yes, gamers, PlayStation 5. The game is coming in 2026, day 1 on Game Pass. The developers said that their goal is to make it feel exactly as players remembered, just with the benefit of 25 years of progress. Honestly, seeing Halo open its doors to more players feels like the start of something big. And I can say that I was there when the original game was out on Xbox. I had a best friend in high school. We completed the campaign, and I remember walking out and the sun's rising, and we don't know what just happened. We don't know what we just experienced, but we knew it was something special. And hey, if the game coming to PS5 will allow more players to experience that, I think it's okay. But also, I'm a console wars guy. Not being like, I understand, oh yeah, game should release everywhere. Sure. Right. But also, it's just fun. You know, it's just fun to have favorites and to back those favorites. You know, what else is there to do? We're all dying anyway, come on. Sucker Punch's Ghost of Yotei has been out for a few weeks, and early reports calls its US launch perfectly fine. That comes from Circana analyst Matt Piscatelli, Circana being the group that tracks US game sales and market data. He compared Ghost of Yotei's debut to Ghost of Tsushima's back in 2020 and found they're nearly identical in performance. Unit sales were down slightly, but total revenue was up, likely thanks to the higher price point on PS5. Considering how different the market is currently, where fewer consoles out there and there's no lockdown surge on the prices, this launch is a respectable start. If Ghost of Yotei holds steady through the holidays, it could mirror a big success for the Tsushima series and for PlayStation. I will also add that I know there's some discourse coming around this Circana stuff, but I'm back in the data here, nerds. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. There's more places to put your energy if you're trying to change something. Those were the headlines. Moving on to the news. Xseed paused physical pre-orders for Corpse Party Tetralogy Pack on Switch after unexpected issues that could threaten the release. The $49.99 collection bundles 4 Heavenly Host entries from developer Mages, and that being Corpse Party 2021, Blood Drive, Book of Shadows, and Sweet Sachiko's Hysteric Birthday Bash. Those last 2 games are actually set to release on Switch for the first time. The digital availability is up in the air, but I do believe that is canceled as well. We're still waiting on an official announcement from the publisher or developer about this release, but there is no timeline as of yet. But we do believe that a lot of these orders will be canceled. I'm not sure, but I think I saw them online. This bundle is separate from the already delayed Corpse Party 2. If you pre-order through Amazon, expect that to be halted or canceled. Moving on. Hey, remember last week when we all decided that Hibari was Senran Kagure's ultimate best girl, as they say, and everyone agreed with me in the comments. Well, guess what? We got news about Senran today. Well, maybe. There is a mobile title in development called Project N, launching in 2026 from developer Honey Parade Games. It's set 3 years after Shinobi Master Senran Kagure New Link, which shut down on May 30th, 2025. Details are pretty light right now, but the reveal teases a new heroine and academy, plus a key character in the announcement key art. No platforms beyond mobile yet, but it's clear the team wants to reestablish the series after New Link's closure, and here is to many, many years. Next up, Unbeatable released a trailer focused on arcade mode and post-launch plans. Arcade lets you replay campaign songs with custom difficulty, characters, modifiers, and speed settings. A challenge board locks some tracks behind objectives, rewarding titles, UI color palettes, and extra songs. The team confirmed both free and paid DLC where more songs, modes, features, and challenges will be included. The story follows Beat, navigating cops, concerts, monsters, and friendship, and the game is set to launch on PS5, Xbox Series, and PC on November 6th, 2025. And speaking of new releases, Idea Factory International is bringing Compile Hearts, Ariana, and the Elder Codex West in 2026 on PS4, PS5, and Switch, physically and digitally. In this game, you play as Ariana, a librarian entering damaged magical tomes to restore the seven hero codices. What does codices mean? An ancient manuscript text. Codices. Seven hero codices. What a word. Oh, cool. Codices. Never said that word before. We're all experiencing things together here. So, let's start from the top. You play as Ariana, a librarian entering damaged magical tomes to restore the seven hero codices and bring magic back to the world. Expect platforming challenges, combats tied to exploration, and over 30 unlockable spells and skills. And some exciting news for Falcom fans. D4 Enterprise released the 8-console version of Revival Xanadu 2 on Switch, recreating the PC 9801 edition for $7.19. With Switch 2 compatibility confirmed as well. Originally released in 1995, this is a remake of the 1985 real-time action RPG Xanadu. It features symbol encounters, finite monsters, and growth tied to weapon and magic use. This release includes a new map, partially replaced monsters, and revived balance. Daemon X Machina Titanic Scion updated to version 1.1.1 on Switch 2, PS5, Xbox Series, and PC. The patch adds new bosses, features, and bug fixes. If you bounced off of this game at launch, this is a good point to resync with your arsenal and dive back in. I'm approaching it as the updates are coming, and the game is definitely coming together a lot more. I actually skipped the review because I just couldn't find the game loop, and with all the games releasing, it was just becoming too hard. So I'm like 35 hours in and I can't figure out the game loop. I'm getting there. Maybe I'll make it a Christmas review where at this point I'm like 350 hours in and I can actually talk about the game. Let me know if you played in the comments below. Tell me what you think about Daemon X Machina Titanic Scion. But that said, moving on. Bounty Sisters lands on Switch December 18th, 2025 with a new trailer showing local 2-player co-op. This is a vertical shooter starring 3 bounty hunter sisters piloting unique mechs across gimmick-heavy stages. You'll swap weapons, use assets, and sync abilities for boss fights. The cast is fully voiced with designs by a special designer named Shizilo.ha, and the soundtrack featuring Junya Nakano and Techno Ochi. Man, I actually did pretty good there. This game actually stood out to me from a trailer that I saw on Twitter, and I was like, oh my god, I want to cover this game because I think more people would like to see it. So let me know what you think about it in the comments below, because I really like just finding new games and covering them and seeing if I can get some talk about them. So let me know what you think about this. And we have some delays this week. Love Eternal moves from late 2025 to 2026 on PS4, PS5, Xbox Series, Switch, and PC. The new trailer leans into its moody platforming, where Maya bends gravity to escape an ancient god's terrarium while confronting family fractures and a broken friendship. The extra time should help the team nail the precision and tone of the game. Here's to the team to finish the game in 2026, and I'm glad that they have the time to really fine-tune this experience. Speaking of experience, the other game that was delayed is Mouse PI for Hire. The game has locked in a March 19th, 2026 release on PS5, Xbox Series, PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. The game has been delayed before, but if you don't know, it's a noir FPS with 1930s animation and jazz influence. You play as Detective Jack Pepper fighting corruption with Tommy guns, explosive gadgets, and power-ups. Non-linear maps and cartoon physics give it a distinct style for sure. This game is very ambitious, and I'm glad they're getting the funding that they need to complete the game. Good luck out there. Moving on though to visual novel news, the news that I know you all care about, and I'm making it its own section when I can. Neon Clash Echoes of the Lost releases on Switch on December 11th, 2025 for $49.99 with English and Japanese support. The game is set in a neon-lit city of Kunio, where Kroa, a courier, pulled into mafia politics and a family legacy. Ooh. It's a darker otome story from Ichika Shina with art by Takao and a soundtrack led by Shunsuke Shuchiya. And a fun fact, Persona vocalist Shihoko Hirata performs the theme. Next up in visual novel news, Meteor World actor Gaslight Bullet rounds out the series on February 27th, 2026 in Japan for PC and Android. Written by Suyugo Kinugaza and illustrated by Yu Akanashi, the sci-fi detective story returns to the 7th Republic as Ruka faces new chaos and conspiracies. Expect a strong finale here for longtime fans. Toyotama It's Happy Days, the fan disc 2 Toyotama Kiss on My Deity is out now on PC and Switch, which is remastered with English, Japanese, and Chinese text options. This game extends each route with slice of life moments after the main story. It's cozy, light, and perfect for fans of the original. I think on PC you can get the free patch externally, if that's what you're looking for. Check out my patches. Anyway, Holy Undead from Visual Arts Key is now available in the West via the Jazz Store after being cut from Steam. This is an all-ages kinetic visual novel about Eurecia, a necromancer reincarnated as a saint with a chaotic moral compass. Despite her selfish goals, she keeps helping people and earning divine titles. A short, strange, but heartfelt story for sure. And that's it for this week's episode. Thank you all for watching, and as always, you can find our stories on noisypixel.net. Be sure to comment below anything you'd like to say, and we can address them in this week's episode, which is usually next week's episode, but I was late, and I promise that I will keep these up. So thank you so much for hanging out. See you.
Noisy Pixel.